Well, welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
And say hello to America's #1 hero cop.
Sheriff Wayne Ivey.
This dude
out of Florida
set the internet on fire, being the first police officer willing to say what everyone is thinking inside while watching
police the protesters.
Yeah. We will kill you graveyard dead.
That's my favorite line.
I love this dude. I am certain that I would beat him in a fist fight, and nonetheless, I'm scared of him anyway.
I'm scared of his big, beautiful dogs he talked about.
I'm not scared of him, actually. I really just want to join. I want to join up. Like, where do I sign up, dude?
He is so great. If y'all haven't heard this,
it's amazing.
Just buckle up.
Yeah,
it's
listen
fantastic.
to this, and then we got plenty of other stuff to talk about as well. But this is...
You resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over. And
I love that that's he's being very clear. He's like, yeah, that's not just us, guys. If they tried to block your car, run them over. Okay? No one's prosecuting you.
Dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and then jail.
I love that.
If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here.
Look at that. He invoked Trump right there. We've got some dogs. We've got some big, beautiful dogs.
If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop.
Dude, you know what's amazing about that too?
Boom.
Is if you watch that close, he's reading notes the whole time, except for when he's like, you throw a firebomb, you shoot at us, point, any of that. We will be notifying your next of kin and where to pick your family because we will kill you graveyard dead. That's the one part he didn't need notes for. He's like, oh, I remember this part. So, America is reacting as you would anticipate, which
Florida
is
certainly is.
well, I mean, I would say, like, what person would watch that and be all, oh my God, unbelievable. Why can't we spit on the cops?
I mean, here's the thing. Like, peaceful protests are totally allowed.
That's
and
what he said.
Welcome. You know, I think that people definitely have the right to gather and make their voices heard. But when you start blowing shit up and bombing things and pointing guns at police officers and spitting on them,
Surrounding cop cars, throwing bricks through the windshields.
there are repercussions, people.
Dude, like, this is what I'll give two perfect examples of that particular action, which I saw on video 100 times in LA the other day. Okay. Yeah. Try to imagine if there's no rioting going on and you see a police car and you take a brick and
throw it at him.
And you throw it through the back windshield of the cop car.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Cooked.
What do you think is going to happen? Like, them being like, we're going to whip your fucking ass if you're lucky and then take you to jail. People are like, oh my God. It's like,
police brutality.
dude,
No, you can't assault police
you can't
officers.
throw bricks at people. Okay. You can't throw bricks through cop car windows.
We learned that in like kindergarten.
Yeah. And especially if they're illegals, dude. It's like, hey, try to imagine if you went to Mexico.
Oh, for the love.
And you took a brick and threw it through the cop car's windshield and were like, screw you. And then you were carrying an American flag running around in circles. I wonder what they would do.
I know.
They would run a train on you, then take you to jail. And then let them run trains on you.
Gross.
Okay? I remember, do you remember the show Locked Up Abroad?
Yeah.
Locked Up Abroad.
That show was wild.
It will scare you straight about fucking around in other countries.
All true?
Yeah, I mean, you never know because, like, there's no way to verify a lot of it, you know? It's like one person's story, but...
Some of those stories were nuts.
Well, the one I'm thinking of, the reason why I brought that up is he was telling the truth because no one would make this story up, but in his story, it's the first time I've ever heard someone be so honest about getting, like, raped by men.
Oh.
He got arrested smuggling in I can't remember. I'm almost certain it was Mexico. If I'm wrong about that, it would have been like Venezuela or something like that. Like a Latin country that he should not be in and certainly should not be fucking around with mass drugs. He said that they had him at the station handcuffed to this fucking story burned itself into my brain
Sounds
forever.
Like it.
They had him handcuffed to this thing, like, you know, while they're all speaking Spanish. He has no idea what they're saying. They're doing paperwork, and then they're like kind of start talking and then looking at him and laughing and whatever.
No.
And then he said that the fucking cops went over there, and while he was chained to the fucking thing, they took turns graping him.
Oh gosh.
And like the way he talked about it, he's like, it's like it did exactly. So I've always said, like, there is a world where I could get myself to do that, but it would have to be like a person like murdered my children or something. Cause it's like that, there's nothing you could do to break a person more than a dude having that done to them. Like I would have to have a level of like I've gone off the deep end hatred, you know, like I'm in a place that, you know, but I understand what that would do to a dude, and it's just shatter their existence forever. And like, dude, think about that. And you're in Mexico or whatever, like you're in a foreign country. You
don't understand what
Hey, who are you going to call? Hey, who are you going to call for help, dude?
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Nightmare fuel,
horrifying.
Dude. Yeah. But I don't think we need to do that to the protesters.
No, just straight to jail right away.
Straight to jail. But just, you know, that is what would happen to you if you went to Mexico and tried to pull the same shit.
It's true.
You know?
So I'm curious to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Dude, look.
Austin had a peaceful protest that went not as peaceful, and Austin PD tear gassed everybody and arrested people. So at least they're still a little bit Texas in Austin.
Dude, okay, so I want to show you something on here, but first I was going to show you this. Okay, so this dude, the gas stove, it's a
interesting handle.
It's a parody account, and you know, obviously it's a reference to gaslighting, and they always write the most like left-wing lunacy ever in response, but they do it in a way where most people don't realize that they're trolling.
Sarcastic.
And so they were, and like the first time I saw it, and I saw it was like it was like 36,000 views and like 1 million comments, and I looked at them like the gas stove, and so I commented, I'm like, guys, this account is called the fucking gas stove, dude. Yeah. Is gaslighting you. And then the dude, he immediately liked it. Like 1 second later, I was like, I knew it. So this one right here is in reference. So this is the saddest day in United States history as Trump's Secret Service agents brutally and openly assaulted a sitting senator for expressing the plight of innocent, undocumented American aliens. And they even tried to assassinate Trump twice. So this is in reference to this, which is this senator got like detained because he went to one of these things, and he went in there just like, I'm pretty sure that he did it on purpose. Like,
sir. Guys, ready? Sir. Yeah. Sir. Hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary, because the fact
that's probably as much as we can show, but like, so yeah, like he's like pushing them. It's like, why are you pushing everyone if you just want to
stand there?
Like, just what are you doing? And then so they detained him and arrested him and then immediately released him, and everyone's all, oh my god. And Gavin Newsom,
I'd love to hear what he
look at. If they can handcuff a U.S. senator for asking a question, imagine what they can do to you. You're like,
I hate you, sir.
Gavin, could they lock me in my house for 2.5 years and then take away my livelihood if I don't inject experimental shit into my body that I know probably might be a threat to my heart, even though you're lying about it? Like, could they do
seeing his name
that?
Makes my blood boil.
Could they do that? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand the world that the other side lives in. You're like, you know, I don't know. I actually kind of enjoy talking to my dad and brother about this because they're actually smart people who are Democrats who see things very opposite from me. And so like, I actually listen to the things that they say.
Well, that's how we find common ground with people.
I mean, there's probably not gonna be a lot of common ground necessarily, but I read it and I'm like, okay, this at least makes sense. Yeah. You know, like this, I can understand your perspective on this. Like we were talking about the situation in LA and the National Guard and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was talking about the No Kings. I'm like, okay, why on earth would you throw this thing right now on Trump's birthday, by the way, unless your goal is violent destabilization? Like, you know what's happening in LA. Why would you do this? Like, you know, and so he kind of turned it around to like, he's like, so are you saying that that the current president is a stabilizing force in America or the world? And he's like, because he's like, honestly, this would be hilarious. Please try to convince me that that's the case. He's like, no, seriously, like,
Wait,
please.
Your dad or your brother?
My brother. He's like, I'm serious. He's like, I'm please, like, please try to tell me that you believe that. And and then he was like, you know, he's rattling off things that are, he's like,
of course, all
he's done since he got in is rattle your faith in all of the institutions, FBI, rattle your faith in the CDC, this.
No, he didn't. It was already rattled.
No, he did. But what he did was he was just the first, like, he stood for the actual people and how we felt. Like, so yes, that was destabilizing, but the reality, okay, and he couldn't understand this because he doesn't, you know what I mean?
View things the same way.
Exactly. He doesn't view any of that stuff the same. So like, but if I can at least understand the point of view, but like the reality is this is what we're thinking. Dude, they fucking locked us in our houses for 2.5 years for what ultimately ended up being
nothing.
Okay. Like I know people died from COVID. I get it. But they lied to us at every single stage of this entire thing.
And we're just making shit up the whole time.
And have gotten caught now.
Like the 6-foot rule?
Yeah.
Masks? Like
they've gotten caught now. So like, is having a leader that will call out the institutions that did that to us, do you think that, I mean, yes, technically he's a destabilizing force, but what they were doing.
They destabilized themselves.
They destabilized us in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that said,
I do love having conversations with them too. And like,
yeah,
I know we're going to get some wacko comments because it happens. Like, both of us.
Not from them though.
No, I'm saying, so we have like, you know, very strong feelings, but also believe in having conversation with people who view things differently to you.
I mean, I would hope everybody who is not a retard believes in that.
Exactly.
I mean, like, and let me make very clear what I'm saying. If you recognize that someone is smart and they have an opposing viewpoint from you and they're not trying to win, okay, like that's boring. Like it's stupid. Like you don't win conversations, right? Like you're not, if they come in from the exact opposite point of view, you're not going to like completely flip them and them go, oh, geez, you're right. Okay.
I was wrong all these years.
Yeah. The way that you are able to kind of get your point across is if you're willing to like validate parts of what they're saying, which are accurate. So then you could share the contrary, like, you know, because I was talking about specifically him deploying the troops, and I'm like, because he was saying like, no one's ever done this before. You know, like this is not a thing that happens, throwing in the National Guard over the top of the governor. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I'm like, the governor didn't do anything. But here's the thing about that is that the thing that the big guy is absolutely best at is having his finger on the pulse of his base. He knows exactly how we feel. And so he knows that we see what's going on in LA and we immediately go back to Black Lives Matter and us having to choke on it, just choke on watching the violence, have the media run cover for them and no one do anything. And he's like, boom. He's like, this shit's not going to
shut that shit down.
Yeah. Like, cause he has what other recourse does he have? It's state stuff. So he's like, I just want to make sure that I'm letting everybody know, like, I'm not going to stand for this shit in the country. I'm the president. So I'm going to send people there. It's like, you know,
I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow when it's happening in every major city across the world, but
police forces are shutting this shit down, dude. Like it seems like
we need more Sheriff Ivies in the world.
Yeah. It seems like, I mean, at the very least, the people like these politicians on the side of
have you seen,
I'm very much trying not to like use specific language.
Yeah. Have you seen the, I don't even know, like the websites where people are gathering or creating gatherings. I mean, it's insane. I
did one of the trainings. I literally went on.
Have you seen like the map with the dots on it?
Yes, of course.
It's crazy.
It's on one of my thumbnails from yesterday.
I'm like genuinely not. Well, I'm certainly not going anywhere near Austin tomorrow, but.
No, that exact organization. I infiltrated and did one of their trainings.
Got on Zoom.
I did under my, I did.
Undercover.
I did. I went undercover as my burner account. Okay, that I use for porn sites.
Infiltrated.
And but they literally were like, turn off all your well, that's what the reason I said that is because that's what I made my title.
I know.
Fucking genius title, dude.
It is.
Fucking genius.
It is.
Did you see my thumbnail for it?
Heck no.
Oh my God, it's so good, dude. Hold on.
But yeah, they were telling people to turn off like Face
turn off
ID,
all of your biometrics.
Geolocating.
Don't take any photographs. Don't post anything on social media whatsoever.
Your masks
on. They said wear goggles in case of getting pepper sprayed. And I'm like, oh, wow, this really sounds like they're planning for a super peaceful.
Together.
Yeah.
Hold hands.
Listen, we will be peaceful. But make sure that you bring your AR-15, many extra magazines. Hold on. So
they don't have guns. They just have bricks.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. That's the dot map.
Yeah.
I was talking about.
Yeah. You have no idea what's coming. And my title was, I infiltrated No Kings, and you need to prepare for what's coming. Walmart boycott will be too late. I'm the best in history at titles and thumbnails.
You are the GOAT.
Like, I am the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. I will give you that. You are quite good at it.
I would love to see other people's. It's funny though, like I know
there's this thing called YouTube. You can just kind of scroll through it and see other people's, but
I mean, now I kind of have a cheat sheet, but I still know which of them, and I never take it exactly as it is. I take a piece of this and then these of this and whatever. It's like, you did good, but I can make better.
Are you talking about chat?
Don't tell anyone, Deborah.
No, here's the thing about ChatGPT though.
The ChatGPT, they get you halfway there.
It's only as good as the user. It's only as good as the prompt it's given.
That's true.
And it's a great brainstorming partner.
No, that's exactly right.
Like, that's how I utilize it.
Yep.
It's not like, make this for me. It's like, hey, here's my idea. Put it into something coherent for me. And then it kind of consolidates what you're thinking to where you can be like, oh shit, I really like that. And let's change around this. And it's good to bounce ideas off of.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're like, because like, check this out. Okay. Create 10 YouTube title options.
Well, here's the deal. You can do this now.
For a video about Diddy trials, Diddy trial prosecution, whatever.
Sure.
Like,
but here's the thing. You can do that, a short prompt at it, because you've taken the time to show it your style.
Oh, that's true. Okay, you're right. It's going to give me good stuff right there because it already knows what I want. You're right.
But like, if you were to just go to ChatGPT the first time and type in that same prompt without training it to know what you like, what words you like, the type of like inflammatory language that you like,
oh my God,
the length of posts. I mean,
this is actually really interesting. Talk. Well, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go to the. I'm going to do the.
Anyway, okay, go do what you're going to do.
I am.
I was just saying, like, you have to teach it. Like, you have to teach it and it learns. So now it's an incredible tool. But at first it's like talking to a AI 2-year-old. And now it's like talking to this computer that fully understands the way that I think, the phrases I like to use. It's incredible. But two people can have two different ChatGPTs and type in the exact same prompt and get wildly different responses. So it's only as good as the user who trains it. That's this whole thing. I was actually like watching this video about, like, it was Gary Vee talking about how people are afraid that AI is going to take their jobs. And I mean, maybe some of it, but he was saying that there's going to be this whole new school of professionals that comes out that's like professional prompt givers. And I think that's such a cool way to look at it. Like, utilize the tool, have the tool be in your arsenal, become a master of it, because that's going to be like the next gen.
Okay. So this is the prompt I'm putting into this one that I'm not logged into. That's never worked with me. I'm going to give the exact same prompt to mine. So please provide a list of 10 YouTube video title options for a video about the Diddy witness crying on the stand and exposing how many other victims she knew about. Okay. So let's see. That's not logged in. And then I'm going to give the exact same prompt on mine that's been trained.
This is yours.
This is mine. So this is them. This is ChatGPT doing it the way that it knows I like it. You know, I used to have to tell it ultra hyperbolic clickbait. That's the prompt that I would give it. Is like, I want it done in that style. Tears in court. Diddy witness reveals countless victims. Diddy trial shocker. Weeping witness names. Names more victims. Diddy accuser sobbing on the stand. Dude, it's this is exactly how I want it to do. Okay, now, and then I gave the same prompt over here. And it's like, it's not, I mean, I can't share this one actually. Oh, wait, maybe I can. We'll just read them. Okay, so like, by comparison, emotional testimony. Diddy accuser cries while exposing truth. It's not like terrible.
They're not terrible. Tears in court.
Tears in court, yeah. Witness cries in courtroom as Diddy case takes dark turn.
Yeah, they're not terrible. They're just not your style.
Mine are way better. Way better. I love ChatGPT.
Collapses on
yes,
stand.
Dude. See, and I love that it will embellish like shit that is not even there if they know that it can, like it knows what you can get away with and it not be like fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Witness collapses on the stand. Diddy's secret web of victims exposed. That's a good one, dude.
I know, that is a good one.
That one's almost ready to go. Just copy paste.
We clearly love chat.
Yeah, I wonder like if my first one, because like it was like oh no, see this one I was like my normal package, because sometimes if you go all the way to the top it would have been like I want the most hyperbolic clickbait title of all time, and then like if I say thank you it'll come back and be all, oh, you're crushing it, Jesse on Fire, these are gonna burn the house down. It like tries to talk to me like.
Do you ever tell it which one you used?
No. Well, yeah, but it knows because it knows which one I copy.
I always tell it, and I like if I change stuff around in a caption or whatever ideas, I'm
Better
like, here's
training.
what I went with.
Yeah, good training.
Yeah.
See, I went with like the clickbait. This is the first time I'd given it like a different one, as I was like, I want it to be a little bit funny and sarcastic. So I was like, create want the titles to be clickbait.
World War III watch party.
Also a little funny and sarcastic, something like World War III watch party. Get your popcorn ready, but more clever, giving more information if possible. And it was like, it actually didn't do that good. I don't, because I basically already gave it a really good title like to work with, but
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about fucking fake Taylor Swift.
Yeah, this is a weird one, y'all.
What the fuck?
This is super strange.
Now,
so
the reason
TMZ.
I would never make this the front title, because anything about Taylor Swift as of this moment, if you are categorized in a certain way, is getting suppressed. Like it's so consistent. It's unbelievable. It's like where like the analytics are correct, but it just doesn't get shown to like almost anybody. Like there is some kind of thing where they're like, we are not allowing her to face negative scrutiny over whatever.
America's sweetheart.
But this is wild. Okay, check this out. So
this is strange. We were just scrolling, looking for stories, seeing what's happening in the world today. Came across this one, and we're like, okay, so she visits a children's hospital, like whatever.
Yeah, cool. Like,
and we watched the video.
And what do you notice about this, guys?
I don't know. Zoom in, make it big.
Nice to meet you.
Well, first let's just have it the size that it would be normally.
That's so cool.
Oh, let's run that back, guys. And then let's see if there's anything to notice here. Oops. Oh my God.
Nice to meet you. I like your hair. That's so cool.
Hey, is that Taylor Swift, guys? Is that Taylor Swift?
Nice to meet you. I like your hair. That's so cool.
That is laughably 100%.
Right? Like, what do y'all think?
Not Taylor Swift. It's not even what do you think. That's not Taylor Swift.
I don't think it's her.
There's no
I
think.
mean, it's a grainy video,
her.
but she doesn't move like Taylor. She doesn't sound like her. She doesn't look like her. Looks like a wig.
It doesn't.
It's all
like
weird.
If she
all wrong.
If she walked
go to the photo.
I wouldn't even realize that she was supposed to be a body double. You know what I mean?
Wait, there's more videos down there.
That's Taylor, but that's not the same. That's a different person.
It is.
What the fuck is going on?
The hair's a different color in the other one.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, dude. Okay. Hold on. Same dress?
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, I know what it is.
What?
It's fucking AI is what it is.
No, it's a real hospital.
Gabrielle. Okay, straight up. That is not the same person
and that
as
photo
this.
At the end is not.
Okay, that's Taylor Swift. That is a person in the same dress that is 100% not Taylor Swift. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. It's weird. But that does not move or sound like her.
What is going on?
See? Look at underneath it. It says, who is that? It's not.
Okay, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Like,
it is.
Make it make sense. She's wearing the
Where
same.
did that other video go?
She's wearing the same dress. She's wearing the same dress.
Look, the bangs are different. It's all different. The
hair's not the same color.
No. And that zoom in on that photo, obviously it's pixelated and weird, but like
that one might be her. That one kind of, yeah. There's look, just look right there. Those are not the same person. That's Taylor. That's not.
I don't know.
I mean, actually, I'm not 100% sure this is Taylor, but she looks more like Taylor than this person. This person looks Asian. Look at her, dude.
She doesn't look Asian.
Really?
Really?
She doesn't look Asian.
No.
This does not look Asian. Look at her face, Gabrielle.
No. And
are you serious?
I'm serious.
You don't see it?
I see what you see, but I don't see what you see. If that makes sense.
It doesn't, because she clearly looks Asian.
I know. We're interpreting the same data differently. Honestly, in that screenshot, it looks more like Taylor than it did in the actual video.
This right here?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. But the actual video is weird.
Okay, guys, in the comments, let us. Does that look this look like Taylor Swift?
Yell them into submission.
Yes, it does. Yes, I can. But it's just like no, it's so ludicrous that I want to get your eyes checked. That's not Taylor Swift. Oh, she's sweet, dude. She's a nice girl to her little fans.
Taylor, can you get Travis? For Travis?
That's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's a sweet girl, dude. That's nice. That's a nice look for her right there.
Yeah.
That kid for the rest of her life.
I'll remember that moment.
That kid will fight to the death for Taylor Swift.
Celebrities have such a beautiful like tool or whatever. They can create lifetime memories for people with 2 seconds of their time.
Mm-hmm.
And the ones that choose to be dickheads about it, like I just will never understand not taking the opportunity to give someone a lasting positive memory for their whole life.
And
what a gift.
They approach you like, I love your stuff. Like, do you know how fucking flattering that is? And when that, like, anytime someone comes up and like, no matter what the situation, they're like, dude, I love your channel. I'm overwhelmed by being flattered. Like, I'm like, thank you, dude. You know, like, I understand there are people who get like really famous and it becomes overwhelming. And sure. I mean, I can understand that for sure. There is a level of fame where it's like, oh my God, I don't have the bandwidth to do this.
Honestly, I think it's the paparazzi that end up being the biggest problem for them typically. Like, you don't usually see celebrities getting overrun by like hordes of just everyday Joes at the grocery store. It's the paparazzi that like run them off the road. Like they can't enjoy a dinner. It's the constant barrage of photographers in their face.
There's certainly some truth there. But what I mean is
except for the old days in the mall when like JTT would come by and there'd be like a mob of like teenage girls that they had to herd.
Imagine though, if every single public room you walked in, it wasn't like, oh, I think they know who I am.
Yeah.
It's 100% every single person here knows who I am. And you're getting those eyes from everyone. That would freak me out, dude. Like, just that level of like, there is an amount of fame that a person can get. And I don't mean like you should be like, oh, fuck these people. I'm talking about like, for the experience of the famous person, like that sounds overwhelming to me, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be like,
overwhelm me.
Yeah. You would love it. Hello. Hi. Hello. Here are my kids. My God, dude. We go to the airport and I consider the airport time to unplug from the world. And like, I don't see anyone else, earphones, sunglasses. Gabrielle at the airport is like a fucking traveling circus with our kids. She talks to everybody. And I'm like,
I do. I compliment everyone. See, this is why I think that celebrities who don't use their celebrity to create memories like Taylor did with that girl, I think they're like totally insane and broken.
Yeah, you do it. You're not like when you're not famous. Like you're just like,
I know that if I give someone a compliment on something
you do compliment people's shit all the time.
Yeah, because I've like made that little like part of their day brighter and better. And that's a gift. And they get to do it for a lifetime of memories, and some of them choose to be assholes instead. Like, that just doesn't compute in my brain.
It's nice, too, because you look the way that you do, where, like, people just for whatever reason, automatically assume that like super attractive people are going to be like not nice for some reason, which is really
I had
weird.
to work on my resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I had to like.
Yeah.
Tilt. Yeah.
It's like a it sets like, you know, you go to a movie and you're like, I heard this movie's not very good, and then you're like, it was pretty good. And if it's like, this is the best movie of all time, and you go and you're all, it was good.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it's like. It's like a person who's very, very, very attractive, or a person who's famous. It's like, if they're nice, like just like really nice, people are going to walk away from that, you know, like with a really positive impression, because they're like, oh, well, they have every reason to be a dick. And you're like, because she's pretty? Like she, you know, like I understand that like girls, it's probably a lot of time like a defense mechanism, because they're like, you know, because if dudes are looking at them in a certain way, like.
I mean, some pretty girls are just bitches.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Some ugly girls are bitches.
Yeah. Yeah. But.
You're shaking your whole desk. Right
I know.
now.
I was shaking it thinking about these bitchy ass bitches. Anyway, all right, that's enough for today. We love you guys. Bye-bye.